I'm calling for Minister Roderick O'Gorman to come into this House and answer the question, is it finally time? Is it finally time to talk about immigration in this country? Is it finally time for all of us to talk openly and honestly about this, the most important issue in the country today? Is it time for everyone to come together and hash out some semblance of a workable plan, a logical way forward, anything approaching a coherent and consistent approach to how this country and this government is going to handle the unsustainable level of inward migration which we have been experiencing for the last 2.5 years? Is it time to take the handling of this out of the Cabinet and the departments and into the House of the Oireachtas, where the ideas can be put, debated, scrutinised and can live or die on their merits, where there's accountability, where anyone can look in and see exactly what's been said and who's saying what, where the public don't have to try and figure out what their own government is doing from Cabinet meeting leaks or mealy-mouthed departmental press releases. Is it possible for this country to have a coherent approach to immigration? We all know how much Irish government love boom to bust, but the sheer brazenness of this government's complete lack of foresight is mind-boggling. This government apparently made zero connection between unlimited inward migration and eventually having nowhere to put them, and then frantically trying to turn off the tap. Everyone else made this connection, not just the government, not the government. I would love for any minister to tell us how that happened. I know we're not going to get an apology. I know we're never going to get ownership or accountability or any recognition of the truth. We're used to it by now, but can we please have a debate on it in these houses?
Senator Keogan asked for a debate with Minister Roderick O'Gorman. I will request that debate, Senator, to come in. I don't think people are shying away from the immigration issue. I had a commencement matter myself this morning in terms of its impact on the hospitality and tourism sector because of the number of bed nights contracted by the state and the impact that that's having downstream on related businesses. So I think the issue has been spoken about quite a bit in this chamber, and I think it's acknowledged by government. We are struggling to deal with this issue because of the numbers coming in, but there is I think support generally from the Irish public to help people who are fleeing war and in their times of need. And it's how do we strike that balance? We haven't always got it right, and I think there's a realisation that this is an issue that's here to stay now. It's not going to reverse. There will be no reversing of engines on this issue, but I think there is moves to deal with the social welfare element of it, the accommodation element of it. The Taoiseach has referred to the pull factor. Are we offering too much of a package and making it very attractive to come here as opposed to other countries? And concerns have been raised around the percentage of people that may have sought refuge in another member state and have decided to leave there and come to Ireland. That shouldn't be happening. So that needs to be addressed. So that is on the government agenda, but I think it's acknowledged that we're doing our best to deal with what is an extraordinary challenging situation, and we are feeling the pressure of that, and that's happening, I think, across all sectors of society. But broadly speaking, I think we can be proud of our response to helping those most in need, and I think that the Irish public supports that position as well. But as I said, we will request that debate. Senator